but I didn't, it like swiped away before I could read it, and I think it was saying something about connection, and that wasn't even letting me pause it. Okay. No, I mean, the last line before I redid it. Is my son feeling better? Oh, what, with him freaking out last time? Is that what you mean? What day was that? Was that Saturday? Yeah. He's fine. It's just my son is a mama's boy, which is why sometimes I try to talk super low so that he can't hear me. So yes, last time he was freaking out. He just kind of wants to see mom. Yeah, he's such a mama's boy, that kid. And he's also creeping up on his terrible twos too, so we got big feelings going on right now with him. He's an awesome little dude, but yeah, that's why I have some music on in the background, so hopefully maybe if he does freak out, he won't hear me. He's with his dad. But all right, guys, so I think we can start, just get right into it with some readings. Again, it's usually slow on Mondays with these lives. Alright, so if you guys would like a reading with me, remember I ask you guys all to keep an open mind. I do post all of these recordings on my YT page. This way people can kind of go back and you know, rewatch their reading, especially if they got a reading from me on live. I'm a big believer that most of the times if you don't resonate with what is being said to you, you can later on. I also feel as though emotions are really high when you're in a reading, and sometimes you might not hear everything that I'm saying because you're just so like zoned in, and you know, some are upset, some are grieving during reading. So I always, you know, suggest to write things down, record it yourselves, but this way I record it and I will post it on my YT page, which is the same handle as my TikTok name. Yes. So also, I can't get through everyone for readings. If you would like to, send me a direct message or email me, which is also at my same TikTok handle. It's also in my bio. That way you guys can get a private reading. It's a little more on the intimate end, and you don't have a bunch of people just watching you and what you're going through. And the last thing I want to mention is that I did finally post my journey on TikTok. It's 2 videos. I try to keep it one, but it's a pretty long story. I also condensed it a lot. Let me know what you guys think. It is on my page, and if you have any questions about it, feel free to also ask as well. You can comment on the videos directly too. Alright guys, so if you want a reading tonight, go ahead and write down the relationship of the person that you guys want to speak with. Don't give me any details in the chat. This is not only for, you know, it doesn't affect your spirits from validating that they are here, and it might be information that they're going to give to me, but it's also for your own privacy, because I'm told that a lot of spam accounts try to find information about you and then direct message you and try to pretend like they know who you are. So just a relationship with a person. Comment as many times as TikTok allows it, and we will go from there. Whoever I'm drawn to is who gets the reading. If you do ask me questions in the chat, I'm not ignoring you. I you know, give my all to my sitter, and I think that's a respect thing for my sitter and for the loved one that I'm connected with. So I may or may not respond. Comments also go really quickly too, so if you have a question and I did not get to answer it, go ahead and send me a direct message or an email, and I will answer it as soon as I can, okay? Whew. Okay. slower today, guys. Just a little slower. Jennifer, are you still here? Jennifer Burkhart. Okay, hi Jennifer. And I think you said brother, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. All right. So I always give my viewers the choice whether they would like to stay in the chat or if they would come up in the guest box. I leave that decision up to you. Just be mindful. Again, I do post this on my YT page. So whatever you're more comfortable with and what's easiest for you is whatever you prefer. So just let me know. Hi, Jessica. And hello, everyone else who is in here. I am connecting with Jennifer right now. I'm just waiting for her response. Are you still with me, Jennifer? Oh, did I actually get... Oh, okay. See, I'm learning, guys. I am learning. Hey, Jennifer, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I can't hear you. I might have to try it one more time.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. It was on my end. I had my phone silenced probably because I was at work.
Okay.
So, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
Good, okay. So have you ever gotten a reading done before?
No.
From anybody? Okay. So what I will say is one of the biggest things that you can do is to keep a very open mind. We all have ideas about what spirit's going to say, usually like on the end of, you know, the loved one you're trying to connect with. 9 times out of 10, they will also say things about your life. So they can start talking about your neighbor, and you might not think that the information that's coming through is for you because you're like, well, no one I know or he doesn't work with this and he doesn't have this kind of a job. And then you realize, oh wait, I had a conversation with my neighbor the other day and this is what we were talking about. So there's just certain things here that they might bring up, and it might not pertain specifically to one of your loved ones. Other loved ones might try to pop through as well. Keep an open mind. If you really can't resonate with the information, let me know. I always circle it because I do send you guys these little notes as well. 9 times out of 10, I have people that will just message me and be like, hey, so for instance, I kept putting jeans. I'm like, they're showing me a pair of jeans. And someone's like, nah, they wore sweats all the time. They didn't wear jeans. I don't wear jeans. I can't take that. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. A couple days later, she's like, yeah, so I forgot, like, my middle name is Jean. And that's probably what he was talking about. And I was like, oh, well, that works. So it's just keep an open mind. I'm going to be in silence a couple of times. So if you think I'm frozen, I'm most likely not. It's just, I get very silent when spirit is trying to talk to me. Okay. So I'm going to try and give some evidence. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit so I can connect with your brother, hopefully. And I will then come back, tell you what I have, and you let me know if it resonates with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Okay. 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 So I do have a younger person with me. I'm just gonna lay out some certain things. I have a few things that actually came forward before I even connected with your brother. I'll say those at the end, just because either it'll connect with you or it'll connect with someone in this chat. So I'll save that for the end. I'm gonna put that in a box actually. Okay, so I do have a younger person here with me. First and foremost, I do feel as though there is also, it seems like this person was definitely young, definitely passed before their time. I do feel as though immediately I was struck with some type of like head pressure, headache on like my left side. I kept hearing the words like it's been some time. I don't know if that was space that you may have had with brother before he passed or if it's been some time since he passed. I did get some other things come into my head as well. I did get like a bickering of some sort. So it's just like common like bickering to where it's like a person you would bicker, not necessarily fight with. I do feel as though there's kind of a sense of like a frozen in time thing here. I feel as though this may have also been part of his passing. I feel as though this is the feelings of someone after he passed. I do get a sense of like coldness. Some things that were coming through, at least object-wise for me. For some reason, I kept getting boxes. So I don't know if there's things of his that would be in boxes, or someone may work with boxes. Something with boxes kept coming forward, as well as someone has like a love for animals as well. So I kept seeing animals. I even seen animals of like other sorts too, like not basic pets. Like I've just seen animals in general. There's two things I got before I even connected with brother. So let me know if they resonate with you or not. It kind of happened when the second I closed my eyes before I even brought him forward, and it was a bird, specifically maybe even a hummingbird, and space, which can connect with someone in the chat or it can connect with you. Can you take any of this? Because it is a lot of information.
Not all of it, but yes, a lot of it.
Okay. A lot of it. Okay. I'm gonna guess the hummingbird thing and the space probably not. Am I correct?
So the hummingbird I can. I was actually
okay.
on I work in assisted living and I keep items from people, and I was readjusting them today and my hummingbird ring fell.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's cool, because again, it was like as soon as like we popped up and I was kind of giving you the spiel about things, and then it's just like the second I closed my eyes, those two things just came forward, and like the space was just like, I don't know, I just kind of saw like a sciencey like space kind of a thing, like someone into science, someone into like space, like I just saw like planets. But okay, so do you think we are with brother here with all the information I've given you?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to keep connecting with him, um, and see what else we can get coming through here. Okay, so I don't feel as though, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't feel as though he had something to where like we kind of saw this coming, if that makes sense. I feel as though it wasn't something that someone has been suffering for a long term.
Right.
I do feel as though I did get like a hot flash. Usually when that happens to me, it's usually when it's like something that is like a kind of like a shock to the system, to where it's like some people just may have not like wouldn't have even guessed that it would have happened. It's kind of something that like was like again like a big shock. I don't know. Do you know health wise if he had any like blood pressure issues either? Because sometimes that can be why I keep getting these like hot flashes. I don't think it pertains to his passing. I feel as though with his passing, I get like also like a lot of anxiety as well. And I feel like this might actually be you around his passing with like the anxiety of it. I feel as though he's kind of showing me like kind of like panic attacks. So I don't know if you get like actual like panic attacks when you think about it or around the time that it had happened, but it's just like this overwhelming sense of like anxiety and like this like empty like kind of gut punch.
There was a lot of anxiety just in during that time in general, and then when he passed, it just added to it.
Okay.
But he wasn't sick like cancer or anything.
Yeah, no. I don't think that it's like something that again, I don't think anyone really saw it coming, and things with like you know, like disease or cancer or something that, you know, definitely that's something that, you know, people are able to prepare for. I feel as though there was no like preparation for this.
Right.
Earlier I had mentioned the head. Would the head pertain to him at all?
So there was a spot that
It's like I feel the spot before you mention it, I get it in the back, kind of more on the left side of the head. It's just like a pain that kind of goes from the side to like the back. And it's like still there. It's like a dull pain.
So that was an incident before he passed.
Okay.
He fell into a mirror.
Okay. Was he having issues though?
He was.
Okay. Because I feel as though it's just like there's like these times where it was just like he's showing me like he's giving me an example of like a clean bill of health, and I would say that he would not have a clean bill of health. He definitely had some problems surrounding things, but it still wasn't enough to think that he would be passing. Would that make sense for you?
Yes.
Okay. As far as your relationship, he's talking about the bickering. So I feel as though he had a very contagious laugh.
Yeah.
But I feel as though he was also a person that like even if there was bickering, you could still be laughing and fighting at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I feel like he was respectfully a very irritating person to have conversations with, and
like he loved to get on your nerves. Yeah.
That's it. It's like a gnat. It's just like that's like kind of what he's showing me. It's kind of like, and he lived for the annoyance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I feel as though it wasn't just you. I feel like that's just the kind of person he was. He like thrived off of people laughing. He was kind of like a class clown in that sense, but more in a sense to where he just like loved getting on people's nerves. But I think specifically yours. Okay. He's also showing me angel wings. For me, this usually do you have something that like pertains like angel wings, like an actual like object or like an antique or some type of statue or something with angel wings?
I do. It is. I'm looking at it actually right now. It is my great grandmother's picture that was in her house that we used to like talk about as kids, but it's was passed down to me.
Okay, yeah, because they're bringing that up. I feel as though this is also him like kind of saying like he's with everyone. On the other side, he's definitely with everyone, and I feel as though that was a question that you may have had. This doesn't, you would think this gets brought up more often in my readings, but it really doesn't. I guess not a lot of people ask like who they're with on the other side, but I feel as though you have specifically like wondered or asked like, are you with the rest of the family? Like, was someone there for him when he passed? And he was greeted with all of his loved ones when he passed. I feel as though there were some like friends too on the other side that may have not been like blood related to your family, but they were also there as well, and they were all together.
That makes sense.
He's also talking about was he the type of person that would kind of make fun of you when you were crying?
Yeah.
Because he's talking about that now, and he says he's laughing with love. He man, you are so mean. But like so funny at the same time. Like he's got like a really dark humor sense to him.
Yes.
Would he so he literally keeps saying he's like a joke, and like I really don't feel comfortable saying this, but again, this might pertain to his personality. I'm so sorry how this is going to come out, and to everyone reading, I swear I am a nice person. I am not.
No, like I could tell you so many.
He said he's
wrong.
literally saying like, why are you feeling sorry for yourself? You're the one who's still here. Like it's just like something like so mean, but like he's hugging you at the same time. I don't know if you feel like some type of chills going through your body, because he's actually showing me that he's actually hugging you right now. And he said that he often does that, so I don't know if you get random chills sometimes, because I feel as though he gave a good hug. It's almost as if like you can tell people who are good at hugs. Some people will give a side hug here and there, but I feel as though he was a good hugger.
Yes. Bear hug.
Yes. Because I do feel like he's like a bear hug. Like I feel like he's like a big teddy bear. Like I feel as though he may have been like even tall in stature, or just like not like a tiny person, but like very not an emotional
center in football.
Caring. Yes, very caring. People feel comfortable with him. Definitely a shoulder to cry on kind of a person that you can turn to. But I feel as though he had a lot of insecurities of his own.
Yes.
Because he kind of is talking about how like he had such this big personality, but it kind of just acted as a mask for how he felt on the inside. And I feel as though he didn't really talk about it much, but it's kind of like you knew because you're like his sister, but like other people may have not knew about that about him, because I feel as though he put on such a front. But I think that is because he just was very humble in that sense. I feel as though other people may have seen him as like this outgoing, like super like again, the Karen teddy bear you want to come out to, but like I also feel as though he wasn't like popular in a sense too much, to where it's not like he hung out with like a popular crowd or anything. But I do always feel that he's talking about how he is a likable person, and he did have like friends. Do you actually keep in touch with some of his friends?
I do.
Okay, because he's talking about that, and he appreciates you for doing that. And he loves seeing the baby. Basically, he's saying like he loves seeing the people he loved like sticking together. I think he was mushy that way when it came to certain things. Like I think he was very like emotional. Like he's kind of shown me like he would be the guy that like cry over a gushy movie.
Yep.
He won't tell nobody about it though, and he would probably threaten people never to tell people about it. He now also so he's talking about how he's your brother, but do you guys have the same parents or something with the parents?
We do, but we have a brother that he and I both have the same parents. But
There is a step sibling.
Yeah, we
Okay.
shared the same dad, but yeah, not our moms.
Step sibling. Are you still in contact with step sibling?
I am. We don't talk often, but yeah.
Are they going through something right now, currently? Maybe even mentally?
I've sensed it, but I've not asked.
Okay. Maybe check up on them.
Okay.
Again, I'm not ever gonna put anyone in an uncomfortable situation, but I do feel as though I feel as though he's talking about, like, sometimes I think the closeness of you guys may have made step sibling kind of feel left out. I also feel as though it's kind of like they didn't get the same type of childhood that you guys got. But I feel as though the I hate calling them step sibling, but step sibling also have other family as well, but not related to you.
Right.
Okay. But I feel as though, like, their family dynamic wasn't the same as, like, your family dynamic.
Absolutely.
Okay. And he's talking about that. And again, I'm never going to make anyone come into an uncomfortable situation and talk to someone you may not want to talk to. I'm never going to force anyone to do that, but I do feel as though they're going through something mentally. And I think your brother was kind of that person that would check in on someone. I think he had very importance for people with mental health. Would this be correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
He seems like a really big advocate of something like this, and even if the person wasn't his, like, favorite person, he would still be the one to, like, go and reach out to them.
Yeah.
And I feel as though he's, like, kind of bestowing that onto you. Like, he's no longer here to do that. He's still watching over him, just like he's watching over all of you guys, but he really is, like, you know, highlighting that he wants you to do that as well. Again, don't feel forced to do it. I just message what he's telling me.
No, I understand what he's saying. I just am terrible at keeping in touch with people, even though I intend to. So.
Okay. Is brother like a foodie?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a specific, but he keeps showing me food, but he keeps repeating the same thing over and over again. So I'm gonna say, just in case it is like a detail component, he keeps showing me like hot dogs.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know if he was like a big hot dog person or there's a story with hot dog, but I'm gonna write that down. But it definitely gears more towards like he's a foodie.
He was a foodie, and I used to call him Hot Dog Head because he would call me swine because I was rail thin. He was a little chubby, and so I would call him Hot Dog Head.
Sibling love, that's the thing. I love when you guys can tell me like the points of these, because it's so funny, because 9 times out of 10 they will bring up the things that like you need to hear the most to like know that it's them. I absolutely love that. Now it's got me thinking of the hot dog diggity dog mom life of the freaking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Right.
All right. That's cute. Was brother religious of any sorts? Because he is showing me a cross.
Super religious.
Okay, he is showing me a cross, and again, that doesn't come up too often for me. I'm not religious, not by, you know, wanting to be. It's just I just wasn't brought up that way, because my parents weren't. I'm so open to many things, but he is showing me the cross, and I feel as though he wants to bring up his funeral.
Yeah.
I feel as though he's making me feel so much love with the funeral, but I feel as though, was there some type of like tension at the funeral, or some type of I don't know if
Yes, there was.
I feel as though you're very protective of him, and I feel as though there are some people that you didn't want there, or some people that you felt shouldn't have been there, or it's kind of like he's showing me like there's some people that in his life or around, you know, this time kind of being fake with like saying that like, oh, like I knew him, like kind of, what's the word, like clout kind of a thing, or it's something along those lines. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They were making it about them, and it was about him.
Yep. And I feel as though these are people that you didn't expect anything different from them. I feel as though these are people that you may have also already had some type of inkling that they weren't very nice people and they weren't true people to be around. Like, I feel as though you already caught that vibe from them.
Yeah.
And I feel as though that was like one of his like Achilles heels with him, was that he like, it's almost as if like he tried to see the best in everyone around him, to where like sometimes he was blind to the people that he stuck around and the people that were in his life. He didn't see how some people were actually more negative than positive, weren't true friends, weren't like real people.
Super naive.
Yes. And I feel as though, again, it wasn't that he was trying to go with the wrong crowd. I feel as though, like you said, naive, but it, like, for him, it was because I feel as though he just really didn't like negative stuff. I feel like he was a big pacifist. I feel like he didn't like fighting. He's talking about right now, really, that like he tried his best to see the best in people, and he wasn't one to say no to people. I feel like he was like kind of Mr. Yes in a sense. It's kind of like instead of doing things for him, it was kind of like he was trying to please everyone around him, if that makes sense.
It does.
He's also telling you chill, sis, because I feel as though he was trying to help simmer you down from like the whole funeral fiasco. Have you seen that like TikTok trend to where it's like the first person comes and they like make a comment, the second person's like trying to calm them down, and then the third person's like, no, let's do this. I don't know if you've seen it, but that's kind of like what he's showing me, that like you were the type of person to where like you would speak up because it was the protectiveness of you, and he would be the one that'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like don't worry about her, like I'll calm her down. It was kind of like you were the fire and like he was the like the water. He was like kind of more iced, where he would try to chill you out, like the yin to your yang.
That's the only time I'm fire, is if I'm sticking up for someone else.
And that's like the protectiveness.
Right.
And it's crazy because I feel as though he protected you, but like he protected you in like a more calm manner, to where like when your protective mood's up, it's like mama bear mode.
Yes.
But I also feel as though, did you also give him tough love sometimes too, and kind of just tell it to him straight? Because I feel as though like when it came to him and like his decisions or maybe things he's done, it was kind of like you didn't really beat around the bush when it came to him. You were very blunt.
Right before he died.
How you truly felt.
Yeah, right before he died, I was very honest with him.
Yeah. I do feel okay. He's giving me chills right now, so did he start going down like a weird path?
Did he or did I? I'm sorry.
Did he?
Yes.
I feel as though he's talking about maybe starting to make some bad choices. And he's giving me chills again, which is my sign that I'm going down the right path here too. That I feel as though there's some things that may have even led him to his passing, and it was he's kind of showing me like he had like a line of choices, and I feel as though this is you may even have a little bit of anger towards this, because I feel as though there's many times that he could have stopped from going down that path, and he didn't. And I'm seeing like an angry side, because I really have an inkling that like you kind of warned him.
Yeah.
Would this make sense?
Yes. Big time.
Okay. It kind of feels as almost like you have a feeling like this could have been prevented. He could still be here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he just was very likable, and he could sell ice to an Eskimo, and so he was an alcoholic. And when he would go to get evaluations, he could lie well enough that they wouldn't, do anything about it. And he was dead 20 days later.
Yeah. And I feel as though he's talking about, did you have like a gut feeling before you even learned of his passing that something was wrong?
I had
feel as though you had
dream the night before.
Okay, yeah, he's talking about that. And he says that he's kind of explaining it, which I've been explained to before, that our bodies and like know that we're going to pass before we even do. Like, and that's why some people will look back and have like hindsights about like, oh wow, like that was a sign that like the time has come. And I feel as though it's literally what was sent to you. I also do believe that there are some people that like there's just sometimes that people even have like the best heart to hearts or the best conversations with someone right before it's the last conversation kind of a thing. And for you, I feel like your ending was like your dream. But I feel as though he's showing me like when you found out, and it's kind of like that. No, he didn't. Like it was like instant denial.
Yeah, my dad was the one that found him, and
I was gonna say it wasn't. Someone did find him. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a police officer, and I asked him if he had saved him because I knew he knew how to save people.
Yeah. Okay. He's sorry for all of the pain he has caused. I think truthfully he instead of just like apologizing, it's more like he feels sorry that like he let you down in a sense, because when he's on the other side, he's at peace. I feel as though was really struggling with a lot of mental things, and I don't think he really got the, he didn't own up to it. I feel like he was really in denial that he had a problem. But like deep down, he knew he had a problem, but he wouldn't own up to that. And I feel as though he's more, he's at peace now. So that's not the feeling he has about like passing. Like he's regretting like how things went down. He's more like, the biggest thing for him is that he feels like he disappointed you, and he wants you to know that there was nothing that you could have done for him and that you did more than enough. And I feel as though he's talking about how you think that there are some things that you wish you would have done, or there's more you could have done, and he wants you to shut them down. There's nothing you could have done. You couldn't have sent him a text or a call. You couldn't have, handcuffed him somewhere to where you knew he couldn't, keep doing the things he was doing. You couldn't, sew his mouth shut to where he couldn't drink. He was going to do what he was going to do. And that, and I hate saying this, and I really do, because I know that it brings no comfort to people, but like when a person's time is here, it's their time. But he wants you to see that as like, again, he doesn't want you to feel any guilt, like that there was anything else you could have done. And he also just doesn't want you to be angry about it anymore, because he says, don't allow him making the decisions he made that caused his life to anger you and hinder your life, because you're still alive. He wants you to live life to the fullest. He wants you to do all the things you want to do. He wants you to focus on you. He wants you to be the best version of yourself as you can. And if you're holding on to anger or any type of guilt, he doesn't want that. He wants it like a clean slate. He wants it wiped. He's going back into brother mode, to where he's just like, cut it out. So I don't know if that resonates.
It does.
But that's the message he has for you. And I feel like I feel as though it wasn't even a long time that he had gone down a bad path.
No.
I feel as though it was like quick, but it was like he dove head first.
Yeah.
Because most alcoholics, like they don't, they could be alcoholics for like years, decades. And I feel as though for him, it was just like literally dove right off the edge. And this has definitely affected Dad as well. He's kind of shown me it's an image like burned in like dad's mind,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's struggling with it.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't talk about it, but he does. Yeah.
He wants, again, I don't know your relationship with dad, but he definitely, his message for dad is that he's sorry, and he's sorry that he had to see him that way. And he's also sorry because I feel as though, did they not have a conversation for a little while, or like a close connection for a little while because of everything? Because I feel as though he's like, I haven't, that wasn't like if he were to be able to talk to dad, that's not how he wanted, a conversation to go. Like the last connection with his dad, that's not how he wanted to see him.
They had a fight because he
Okay.
was drunk, and he broke his phone, so he couldn't call for help.
Okay. Yeah. And he, again, he wants you guys all to know he's at peace now. And I feel as though he is like, again, talking like he wants you to like maybe reach out to dad and tell him that like he's sorry, because I feel as though he's like saying that it's the last person he wanted to like for him to find him, because I feel as though dad's a tough guy. I feel as though dad is kind of like a hard shell, and he doesn't really show his emotions, and I feel as though it was really hard to connect with dad in that sense.
Yeah.
And I feel as though that's something that your brother struggled with, because he kind of needed that from dad.
Yeah, my brother was a lot softer, like soft-hearted than I am. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel as though because he was so different from his dad in that way, it kind of affected the relationship a little bit.
Yes.
But he still loved his dad nonetheless, and he knows that his dad's a good person, and he, he's kind of talk about how, again, the whole burning of the image of the head, and I think your dad replays that a lot. But he's telling me now, he's like, I don't even know why I'm saying anything, because dad would never believe any of this.
Yep.
So he's like, it might be pretty worthless to tell him, but maybe you can show him the video, whatever it is that you choose to do. But he's definitely apologizing for everything that he put you guys through, because it's not his intentions. All right. But I am gonna leave his love and light with you. He's definitely an amazing person. He just made some mistakes, and just made some really bad choices. But I think as a person, he was wonderful. He was fun to talk to, and I appreciate you allowing me to connect with him.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Again, I do have the YT page. You can look it up in case, there's anything, I'm pretty sure we connected with everything. But otherwise, I will also send you my little notes in your DMs. I also have a feedback page if you want to leave any feedback on my, it's pinned on my profile. But otherwise, I hope you have a great night. And message me with any questions you may have, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's nice meeting you, Jennifer.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. I never know how to do this. Let's see. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for everyone sticking through. Again, I told you guys, like, my readings, they can get pretty long. I talk too much. My heart goes out to your family if you were still here, Jennifer. And that's like a big thing for people, and I totally get it. It's like you can't fix people who don't want to fix themselves. And I think that's one of the hardest things in this world. Is like you try and try and try, and then it's like it just doesn't help. It's just like no sense of control. So my heart is with you and your family. Your brother was funny though. He made me laugh. He actually made my night. All right, guys. Of course, Jennifer. Of course, I'm so glad that it worked out. Hi, guys. Hi, Allie. Just going back and seeing any messages I may have missed. I will have time for one more reading, guys. Again, my husband has work, so I definitely need to get off soon. Hi, Kel. Hi, Caitlin. I don't even know if you guys are still here anymore. I'm just naming out your putting out your names. Oh, thank you, Care Bear. Yeah, that was a phenomenal reading. He was really good. He was really good. He was very specific. He was spot on. And it seems to me that when I have the great readings like that and they're very spot on and they bring up like very specific things that, are like evidence and like validation for my sitters, it's the energy that the soul has. So he had great energy. He definitely has a lot of peace on the other side. Very high vibrations to be able to communicate with me like that. All right, how do you get a reading? So how you guys get a reading is you're just going to comment the relationship of the person that you would like to connect with. I kind of let spirit just draw me towards the person who the reading's going to be for. Don't give me any details in the chat for your own safety of any scammers out there. And also because it might be details that might come through in a reading and be able to validate that your loved one is here. So it's kind of a disservice to you. But go ahead and just write the relationship. Again, if I don't answer any of your questions in the chat, because I do have like moral with like giving all my attention to my, my sitter, go ahead and send me a direct message of any of your questions. I just recently posted some videos explaining my journey, because I know a lot of people were asking me about like how I got here, how my journey kind of came about, how I got into this. So I did post that. I'm also working on a website so that you guys can actually click on links for things, because I feel as though TikTok doesn't really give me an outlet to do that. So I am working on that now, and I will be posting that in my bio. But for now, I do have an email. I have a YT page. Everything is the same as my TikTok handle. And that's where all of my readings also get posted from live. My personal private readings do not get posted to my YT page. That's just a preference that I have, that my sitter can record them if they want to, but it's very private. Hi, Alexis. Do I do animals? So I've never actually physically been asked to connect with a specific animal, but they do come through in the reading. So I have had readings to where animals have come through. But I haven't sat down and just tried to connect with the animal, but I'm always open to anything. Just can't guarantee much. I know there's some people that are like specifically able to do certain things. Some people are best with connecting with animals. There's some people that are best with connecting with younger kids, or there's some that are best connecting on like the psychic level of things. So I feel as though we all have strengths, but I'm always, you never know until you try. That's how I got where I am now. Okay, let's see who I am connecting with. Hey, Allie, are you here? Allie, look, Allie, A-L-L-I-E, because I just saw that there's actually a second Allie. I'm so sorry. Allie with the flowers. Yes, A-L-L-I-E. Hi, Allie. I think you said you want to connect with Grandma. Grandma, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna be, did you want to stay in the chat, or did you want to come up in the box? Whatever is easiest for you, whichever you're most comfortable with. Just note that all my recordings from my live do get uploaded to YT page. That's for you. And it's also for people to kind of watch and, kind of see. You can come up? Okay. Let me see. Oh gosh. Oh, there we go. I just sent you an invite. Guys, I'm learning. I'm doing the thing, okay? We are upgrading here with our TikTok skills. Hold on. Let me. Oh, thank you, Love Ducky. Thank you. Why does he even want to come in? Oh my gosh, I can't. All right. How are you doing today, Allie?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Michael, what do you... I'm sorry, my brother is in the chat. He's literally older. I don't even know how he's across this. What do you want? Why do you want to go into the chat? He lives off on his own. I don't know what he's doing here. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
He just will not stop bugging me, and I don't want him to hinder your reading. Just want to tell you I love you, and I got Uncle Bill's. Okay, well, listen, you gave me a little PTSD, buddy, because when you were younger and you joined one of my Discord channels, you almost got me banned. So I didn't want you to go unhinged here. Do you promise you're not going to go crazy? Just stay in the chat. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry about that, Allie.
That's okay.
He's like 18 and like he's acting like a child. Love him to death, though. Okay, so you said you want to connect with Grandma. Have you ever had a reading done before?
Not like one like this. I've had one with cards, but never one like this.
Oh, like a tarot psychic reading?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Tarot is so interesting that it's just a lot to learn. And I talk too much for tarot cards. Like I'll do tarot and then I'll just go talking and then like towards the end I'm just like, oh wait, I was supposed to be doing the cards. So it just doesn't work for me. But I don't have to join, I'm just watching. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna be silent for a little bit. I'm gonna try and connect with Grandma. I will get bits and pieces of some sort of evidence. Did you watch the latest reading I was just in? Because I kind of did a spiel then as well.
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So again, I'm just gonna be silent a couple times. It doesn't mean I'm frozen. It just means I'm getting information, and I will come back to you. And hopefully, we are with Grandma. Okay. All right. Let's see. The spirit I'm with has a lot to say, and I didn't even fully connect with them yet. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so before I continue, because I do have an older female with me, and I don't know if she was talkative like this or she would get excited and giddy to things, but she's like it's kind of like she's like telling me everything she's been wanting to say.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this like pertains to grandma usually, if that's her personality, but like she's giving me a lot and I'm like, okay, slow down, slow down, slow down.
The greatest thing was you said, who do you want to connect with? And I said, either my grandma or my grandpa. But I knew grandma was going to come right through because grandpa was kind of quiet, grandma was not.
It's so funny because I have it written down already, but she talks about soulmate. And she kind of talked about love in general and was talking about like a love that like she was happy with. But then she like kind of stopped that and then continued talking about herself. So
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if that's like her. That's awesome because I would love a grandma like that.
Yes.
But okay, so I do have a few things. I do feel as though she had a very vibrant personality. I feel as though she
Absolutely.
was like I get like a lot of readings where it's like, oh, grandma, very old school, like, but I feel as though she might have been the grandma to where even though she was old school, I feel as though she was very open to like new things though too.
She
Um,
was. Yeah.
I feel as though she like that would like kept her young. I feel like she was very spunky in that sense. But I do feel as though her body kind of didn't mimic her personality, if that makes sense. I feel as though her body was getting older than her soul actually was.
Yes.
I feel as though she was talking about some very specific things. She was talking about her like back. So I don't know if she was having back issues. She did kind of show me like a little bit of a slouch
Yes.
with her spine. She also talked about a pain that she actually had like in her lower abdomen a little bit. So I don't know if she had some GI troubles or like belly issues of some sorts. But it did feel like an ache or pain in the lower abdomen. She did show me a type of like shakiness as well. So I don't know if her hands started to get a little shaky because she kind of
She
felt
had a stroke.
okay, yeah. So she was definitely making me feel shaky. But I feel as though she was the type of person who even just walking around or like in the house, she would like be dancing around. Or had
Yeah.
like some type of movement to her always because she just seems like a very happy person. Um, she also so she showed me some specific things. She showed me a heart, but for some reason the heart to me kind of even makes me feel connected to like a necklace of some sort. Um,
Yes. Yes. She gave me a necklace.
okay.
And it's a heart, and it says "I love you to the moon and back" engraved on it. So I do have that, and I wear it all the time.
Oh, she showed like, and the thing is like she didn't just show me that piece of jewelry. She showed me it on a neck. Like
Yeah.
she showed me like on the neck. So like I don't know if you wear it
I do.
often, but she's acknowledging that she knows that you wear it because she's showing me that it was like on your neck, and she absolutely like it floors her. It's I don't know if this is her personality, but she's like, that's my necklace, that's my girl, like she loves me. Like it's like she's pointing it out and it's like she's so happy, so excited that you wear it. It
That makes
literally
me so happy because that you said she loves me, because she had dementia, and she wasn't the same person she was as when I knew her as a child. And we were button heads and kind of arguing because she was getting meaner. But I remember thinking when she passed, like, I really hope she knows I love her.
Oh, she does. Listen, and I'm going to tell you this from experience, from medical experience, and from just spiritual experience. No matter how they were in the end, people, especially when it comes to of old age and that kind of aspect, like the dementia or like just diseases in general that kind of alter your brain, that's not them in that moment. That is their body failing them. And that's why I mentioned in the beginning how she was on the inside, her soul did not match with her body. Her body was failing her. And go back and watch this video on the YT page in case you missed it. But that specific sentence just shows you right there. She knows that her body was failing her and she was not the same in the end. But that was not her. She loved you wholeheartedly. I've never seen someone so excited to talk to somebody, I swear. And I feel as though it's because she needed you to hear this. And again, I don't want you to feel guilty about being short with her at the end. And I feel as though you feel guilty about feeling like you were getting short with her, kind of like you were like getting easily irritated with her, but that's because you were grieving your grandma before she was even gone. Oh, sorry, that was my ads for my music. You were grieving her, and you were, you weren't angry at her, you were angry at the situation, you were angry at the world. You basically had to grieve your grandma while she was still here living, and it's because she wasn't the same person. And that is what happens with loved ones who have the dementia and the Alzheimer's, and it's like you can't recognize them, but it's because their body's failing them, but that's not who they are. She wasn't a mean person. It was just she had a lot going on, and she wasn't in control of her body. So don't feel any guilt or anything towards that. And I feel as though this reading is going to be so healing for you. Because she has so much love for you. And I feel as though she's like, all right, let's get on with it. I want to tell her a lot of stuff here. And again, it is giving me feelings of like, I feel as though she hasn't been able to have conversations with you. And now I'm knowing it's because of that. Okay. Did she like to bake as well?
Yes, she would bake my birthday cake every year for my birthday.
I was gonna say, she just showed me a cake, like a birthday cake, like a sliced birthday cake. This cake in general even had like it was beautiful cake. Like it even might have had like the what is it, like the tier cake sometimes too, to where it like can have the icing in the middle. That's what she showed me, and she showed me specifically kind of like chocolate too, like a chocolate icing.
She loves chocolate.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what she showed me. She showed me the sliced cake on a plate. Don't mind my doodles, guys. I never said I was an artist, okay? But that's exactly what she showed me. So, is there okay. I feel as though she was just that kind of person in general, to where like she was a big caregiver. Like I feel as though you couldn't be in her presence without actually being taken care of. Like it was like you would walk in and she would want to feed you, she'd want to do this, like take care of you, she'd rub your feet if you asked her to. Like she was just such a caregiver. And I feel as though when she became an empty nester, like that's what drove her crazy.
Me and my brother and my mom, we always lived with her, so she was never really an empty nester, but she said if it weren't for us, like she wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, but I feel as though like the younger that you guys are is when she can care for you, because she's shown me it this way, to where it's like she would basically treat you guys as if you were children or babies, because no matter how old you got, like she didn't want to not be needed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like she liked the feeling of being needed. Like there's some people that don't like being needed. They like their independence. They like doing their own thing. They don't like to be tied down. She was like the opposite. She loved, that's what she like kind of strived for, was like being a part of your life, kind of taking care of things, like a nurturer. That was definitely her.
Yes.
So she's also talking here. What is she talking about? So she's talking about did she do any type of like gardening?
Yes. All
Okay,
the time.
because she's showing me like a gardening tool. So it's not directed towards just like being a flower lover. Like when they show me a gardening tool, it means like they actually loved gardening, and they actually like to be in the garden growing things. And that's just the nurturer in her. She's just showing me all the different things that like she was a nurturer. Like she loved taking care of things. I think she loved growing things too. I feel as though she found like peace with that. Okay. Okay. Being shown, I don't know if this is grandmom here. I think this might be grandpa. Um, and I don't know if this pertains to you, but they're showing me like airplanes. Um, Hold on here. Was someone into airplanes or something, like hobby wise, or
So
what was
that's
that?
insane because my grandpa, he used to collect very, very old, like, die cast cars and stuff, and there were only he had some airplanes too, but there were only
Mhm.
like three of them, and I took one of them.
Yeah,
So
so
I have it in my
oh,
room.
he's bringing it up.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that you said it was old, because the reason why I like questioned it, I was like, is he showing me an airplane or like a paper airplane? Because it really looked like a paper airplane, but it had way too many details to be a paper airplane. So I don't know if it was like, I don't know what it looks like. I would love for you to send me a picture in my messages if you could. I'm not even gonna try and draw that because it would look awful. I usually draw all things, but it was just like a simple plane that was like, it just had like a weird little bit of an older shape to it. So it's really funny. But I do feel, like I said, I do feel as though that was from Grandpa. Was Grandpa a very to himself, calm kind of dude? Like he's definitely the opposite of Grandma.
He would always say that her mouth was too big for him to get them out of trouble sometimes.
Her mouth is too big to get them out of trouble. I was gonna say I started losing you a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that's what you said. Her mouth is
Yep.
too big. um, oh, that's funny. Yeah, he's just kind of showing me like, I don't know. He's kind of showing me that like he would be this type of person. He'd rather just kind of be doing his thing. I don't know if he wore glasses or anything, but he's kind of showing me like he's got his set together. He's doing his thing. He likes to do what he wants to do. He's staying out of trouble. And I feel as though him saying he's staying out of trouble is like being out of the way from her. But I feel as though they were such yin and yang, but that's what worked for them.
Yeah, they did everything together.
But like, so I see so much love with them, but like I feel as though like she used to drag him places. Like she would drag him to go shopping, drag him to go do this and that. And I feel as though like he did it because he's like happy wife, happy life, but like he was a homebody. He did not want to go anywhere. He was like, he's like, I should have known what I signed up for, but like he didn't want to do that. But he did it because he loved her. And he was a very simple man.
Yes.
But what are you showing me now? Was he having leg issues towards the end for him?
Yes.
Because he's showing me his legs, and he's just kind of showing me like a general like weakness. Um, uh,
He had trouble putting his shoes and socks on. I would tie his shoes every day.
see, and he's thanking you for that. I feel as though for him it was like his passing was a little more peaceful in a sense to where he still had some type of control over his body. Because he's kind of just showing me like he's showing me like with his passing, like for me, it just seems very different. It feels as though her passing was very traumatic in a sense versus his. But I have a feeling that that this has been even talked about in the family as well. I need to start writing things down. I'm already forgetting. Simple man. Okay. See, and you wanted both of them, and you got both of them, and I haven't done 2 loved one readings on live in a very long time. It's usually just one. But I do see like a lot of times when people pass and they're like meant to be together, like they do usually come through together. And it feels though there was really big heartache when they separated, when they weren't together in the end.
Yeah.
I feel as though there was a really periodic time too to where they weren't together, and I feel as though grandma, had to get taken care of in some sense too.
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel as though there was like distance, and it was like heartache distance. And I feel as though this kind of caused them both to like also not do well, if that makes sense too.
Yeah.
Um, but the biggest piece for them was when they greeted each other in the other side. And I feel as though, so I know I mentioned the grandma with dancing, but like, did she also force him to dance too?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, she
because like,
did.
because he's talking about it, and he's like, I wasn't really for the dance, and he's like, but inside he's like, I'll never mention this, or I'll never say this out loud, but he actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because all these things that like she made him do in hindsight, he enjoyed it because they were together.
Yeah.
But I think for him, he says his favorite thing to do with her when she did ask was dance, no matter how much he made it seem like he didn't want to. He did love it. And I feel as though you can tell when they dance too, because he kind of says like he kept her close, he kept her close.
Mhm.
There's a lot of tears with this as well. So I feel as though did he at some point cry, and he wasn't one to sit there and cry? Because he's talking about crying.
He did at one point. The only time I can remember was when he was, yeah, I do remember. Okay, so he was supposed to have a defibrillator put in for his heart. And he asked us all, and we said, you don't want to do it, and he didn't, and he would have been miserable with it in. But so he didn't do it, but that's how he ended up passing, was from a heart attack.
Okay. I'm so sorry for your loss, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it just seems like in general, like he was emotional in a sense to where like, that's, a man, he kind of says like a man has to be emotional in order to be in love with a woman. Like you gotta have some type of emotion to you. But he didn't show that out loud unless you were someone that he needed to show emotion with. But I feel as though he was definitely raised in like some type of even military style generally, like more like men are men, men shouldn't cry kind of a thing. You have to be a tough man. But I feel as though he didn't push that on anyone though. Even though he lived by that, I feel as though he didn't push that on anyone. So he didn't push that on like any younger generations that a man shouldn't cry, because I feel as though grandmom like softened him. He became soft when he met her. She's the one who made him kind of gushy. But the amount of love that he had for her is like, I only hope my husband feels that way for me this many years later. I mean, we've been together for,
Yeah, they were together 35 and a half years to the day.
to the day.
To the day.
So today is their anniversary.
No, I said to the day. So he passed February.
Oh, okay.
He passed February 22nd. She passed not this February, but she passed December 22nd, and they were married August 22nd.
22. Wow. That's amazing. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, babe. They are amazing people. And I hope this reading healed you a little bit on the whole negative part of your grandmom's passing, because that was totally not her at all. That had everything to do with her brain, and her brain just failing her. And I feel as though that's why she had so much to say too. But I hope that everything that she mentioned just goes to show how much she loves you. And she really wants you to keep wearing that necklace.
Yes, ma'am.
She also earlier, I didn't even mention it because it just didn't seem like too significant, but she did mention like hat too. Did someone wear hats? Or a specific hat? Did grandpa wear a hat? It didn't feel too significant.
Grandma wore a hat. It's in the closet.
Okay, she was bringing that up too. So I think she just appreciates everything that you kept from her. She really loves that. I feel as though like, and she's saying like, just because you're worried about how she feels just goes to show that like how much of a loving person you are. And she loves everything about you. And she's around you. Do you often do you see butterflies often?
I see them all the time. Yeah.
That's her. That is her. And that is her visiting you. And she's just an angelic soul in general. Specifically when you see butterflies in like 2 or more pairs, when you see that there's 2, it's actually grandpa with her. So if there's been times to where you've seen 2 and they're just like kind of around,
Yeah.
that's them. And I feel as though it's because she was also like she loved the garden scene. She loved the outdoors. I feel as though she
Butterflies and birds were her favorite.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely her. That's her visiting you. But she was such a beautiful soul. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with her, and I hope that she answered all your questions. I hope you feel a lot better, and she really wants you to stop feeling guilty. She also wants you to, make sure that she loved you. Don't ever question that. She's so sorry for, that's not how she wanted, your last memories to be with her, but she hopes that maybe you can redirect your memories to the good times versus towards the end, because that wasn't her. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'm going to leave her love and light with you. I am going to send you these notes. Again, if you want to recall anything from the reading, go ahead on my YT page. And if you wouldn't mind, I do have a feedback post on my page. If you could leave any words, feedback, anything, however you felt about how this reading went for you, okay?
Of course. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And if I forget to send you this, bug me, message me. My brain is awful since I've had my son, so I forget sometimes, but I swear.
You have a YouTube page?
Was that?
You said you have a YT page? Is that YouTube?
I can't say certain platforms or I can
Got
get banned.
Got it. Okay,
but it's my same, everything's in my bio. It's the same as my handle. I am trying to make a website right now to where everyone could just click that and then it brings you to all my socials. But yeah, everything I keep the same as my handle. So that's my email handle, my YT page handle, all of it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're
have
welcome.
a wonderful.
Have a good night. You too. Bye. Oh, guys, I only hope that I grow and have love old age with my husband. And if my husband's watching this, you don't have a choice in this matter, okay? Because that was the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Oh, that was so amazing. I'm so loving that I'm ending it on that note. Oh my gosh. That was so beautiful. Literally so beautiful. Oh, again, guys, if you've been asking me any questions on here, I'm so sorry if I can't answer them again. I get so into these readings, and out of respect of my sitter, I make sure that I give all my attention to them and the loved ones who have passed. I do have to go. I gotta let hubby go to work. He's gonna have to swap and change shift with my son. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the rest of your night. Message me if you ever want a private reading, if you have any questions, comments, whatever it is. Oh, thank you, Love Ducky. I literally appreciate everything you guys do, all the comments, the likes, the follows. It makes my day. Okay, I do this so much just because I just love doing it. It makes me feel good doing this stuff. So I hope